welcome to Beyond the Blurb, episode 2, where I talk about books that you might not have heard of, or hopefully haven't, that inspire you to read. So I'm going to be talking today about a poetry book called Helium by Rudy Francisco from 2017. I struggle with a lot of modern poetry because not all of them seem to match up to obviously the level that was a few hundred years ago, because there's so much now you've got to try and pick through. But Rudy Francisco is someone that I learned of when I was around the age of, I think, 15. I was, because he does slam poetry with button poetry, where they produce a lot of authors to do slam poetry, and I used to always watch their videos on Instagram and YouTube, and I really loved one poem in specifics, and I think I've carried it with me to this day because it's probably one of my favorite love poems of all time. And yeah, the book itself is called Helium, but the poem that I'm going to be speaking about today is titled "To the Girl Who Works at Starbucks Down the Street from My House on Delmar Heights Road. Swear to God, I'm not a stalker." Off the bat, the title's really long, but it's quite funny, and that is one of the main subtones of the entire poem, of this humor and self-deprecation, where he acknowledges like the absurdity of this level of love that he has for this girl he barely knows. So the entire poem is about an unrequited love, this girl who works at Starbucks, and how he's nervous and he has this large admiration for her, but he can't put it into words and just tell her directly. So instead he creates this very long poem to express this love he has for her. It uses a large amount of vivid imagery and metaphors. He goes into the past, he uses time as a context, as a connection piece, this timeless connection. He imagines a series of past lives where they were connected and sort of brings them to. He goes on to sort of give this idea that love is clumsy yet passionate, and how her beauty is of divine creation. And it's really lovely to see this kind of intense and devoting love in a world where we're full of social media and dating apps, and how everyone's a bit too afraid to be the one to speak up about their emotions, which is I feel like it's quite true today's age majority, that everyone's worried about saying the wrong thing or being too upfront. And this just completely scratches that, and this is like, I'm completely in love with you. I don't know who you are, but I'm completely in love with you. And it's really lovely. So I'm not gonna read the entire poem because it's very long, but I definitely recommend you should watch it, and I'm gonna put the link in the bio for the entire slam poetry video he has reading it, because also just the way he reads it, it's very impactful and very drawing. It really pulls you in, and it's very emotional, but in the best way, because you can feel this desperation he has to connect with her. It's this desperation of, please, like, let you understand how much I fancy you and how much I love you. And I think it really is, it reminds me of a lot of poetry from like the 1900s, 1800s. So it's this romantic piece. It's romantic idealism, in short. It's both pure and imperfect, this love. And yeah, his love and his portrayal of love is as this complex and overwhelming experience. Yeah. So, and as I said before, humor is a very big part of it. The speaker acknowledges the absurdity of his actions and the absurdity of how much he likes her for not even knowing her, which you can see very clearly in the title, where he goes, "Swear to God, I'm not a stalker," because he knows how direct he's being for someone that wouldn't know them. So I'm gonna read actually a chunk of the poem, which is my favorite chunk, but I couldn't make it shorter. because then it's not as perfectly placed. So yeah, hopefully I'll do it somewhat justice. When he reads it, it's a lot more, oh my god, there's a bug. I do it some justice. When he reads it, it's a lot more impactful, but yeah, I'll give it my best go. See, last night I had a dream. In this particular dream, I died in my dreams. Awoke not knowing I was still sleeping. Decided to walk. See, that night I walked in my sleep, I slept in my walk. I walked backwards until I saw you for the first time, and I could barely muster the courage to introduce myself all over again. You see, I've been trying to find the right words. I've been trying to take the right steps to what seems like home, like thousands of years, but something always seems to go wrong between us. We lived in Egypt. I was the Pharaoh's slave. You were his daughter. Loving you led to my death. They claimed I seduced you, and after they stole my life, I was resurrected as a mason. I made the foundation for your house. We met eyes for 2 seconds, you left, then I didn't see you again until I died. I came back as a caterpillar. I turned into a butterfly. I landed in the palm of your hands. You brushed me away and the rejection killed me. When I woke, I was a kick drum, you were a snare. We were both owned by this drummer called Cozy Cole, and when he died, so did we. But I came back just to look for you. I left notes in random places, hoping that you would stumble across them. I carved our names into trees, then prayed that it would jog your memory. I whispered your name into the wind, hoping somehow, maybe some way, my voice would reach you. But it didn't. And I died. I died early. I died young, with breadcrumbs in my hands. I was just hoping you would find me, but you didn't. So they buried me. When they buried me, they put these coins over my eyes, and I used them as bus fare to get back to Earth, just so I could look for you. And I personally, I just think it's beautiful. It's that kind of devotion that, because he makes jokes about how absurd it is, it's not creepy, but it's really endearing. It's a really endearing poem. And he has other poems in this book that I also recommend. Windows and Mirrors, I Bet the Trees Are Thinking, and Mercy. But yeah, that's the recommendation for the next few days. Hopefully I'll be recording another video soon. There was a big break between this one and the previous one because I was on holiday and there was a heat wave in Madrid, and I like to record by the lake because it's really pretty. But until the heat wave died down, I wasn't really able to leave my house without aircon. So yeah, that was the recommendation of the week. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you want, leave a comment if you want. I hope you enjoyed, and check out the video on button poetry because it's a lot more impactful when he reads it, in my mind at least. Thank you.